I don't think about it that much, but the numbers are pretty overwhelming, yeah.
Martina Navratilova has witnessed nearly everything the sport of tennis can offer over the course of 5 decades. From the evolution of playing styles and training methods to the rise of new generations of champions, her long involvement in the sport has given her a unique perspective on how tennis has changed and grown. As both a legendary player and a respected voice in the tennis world, she has observed the game's biggest moments, rivalries, and transformations across many different eras.
What makes a champion tennis player?
What makes a champion? Anything. It's the same old, Champions don't quit until they get it right. They're the first ones in the gym and the last ones to leave. And they're not afraid to fail.
Martina Navratilova has witnessed nearly everything tennis has to offer over the past 5 decades. Grand Slam champions, generational talents, packed stadiums, and unforgettable cultural moments that changed the sport forever. Yet even with all that experience, the latest phenomenon on the courts has surprised her. Now she's watching a 20-year-old star from the Philippines, Alex Eala, draw massive crowds wherever she plays at Indian Wells. Fans are filling every available seat, and some are even pressing up against fences just to catch a glimpse of her practice sessions. The excitement surrounding her presence has created an atmosphere that few expected, even for someone who has seen so much history in the sport. So the big question now is, how far can Alex Eala go at Indian Wells 2026? Could she reach the quarterfinals, push all the way to the semifinals, or deliver a shocking run that nobody saw coming? Share your prediction in the comments right now.
I've only dreamed of making tennis grow in the Philippines, and now I'm bringing a whole new audience to tennis all around the world.
And she's humble and she works hard. Yes, that's why we like her, because she's the face of the Philippines.
Just aside from her talent, she's also thinking of the future.
The Filipinos we have such a strong sense of community, and I feel like when one of us does well or one of us is succeeding, we all have that shared sense of pride.
So when Eala plays, we all get together and we all watch her support her as a group of people.
Are there actual gatherings?
Oh yeah,
really?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's
we plan our dinners around that stuff.
Really? You signed up for Tennis Channel to watch her?
Yeah, because sometimes they don't show it.
So the year subscription, just in case.
The monthly.
Oh, the monthly. Okay.
The monthly, just in case she doesn't play, then we don't. Right? You only pay when she plays. It's paid to play.
My friends will tell me that the courts are full at home and just so many things that I didn't think would happen because of what I'm doing on tour.
The player currently breaking the internet also seems to be pushing the limits of the organizational capacity at Indian Wells Tennis Garden. It's happening on practice court 6, not a match court or a stadium court, just a regular practice area, and the atmosphere has become chaotic. Fans are crowding around fences from nearby courts, some even pressing through barriers just to catch a glimpse of Alex Eala hitting a few warm-up shots before she has even played a single competitive point. The situation has grown so intense that Christopher Eubanks, a former ATP professional who knows exactly what a normal tournament environment looks like, spoke about it during a broadcast. He explained that tournament organizers may actually need to move Eala's practice sessions to a larger court because the number of fans flooding the grounds has become a legitimate safety concern. It's remarkable considering this is happening during a practice session for a player ranked number 32 in the world. That's the reality surrounding Alex Eala at the 2026 edition of BNP Paribas Open. Many people initially believed the massive attention she received in Dubai was just a one-tournament phenomenon, but this week at Indian Wells is proving otherwise. The excitement around her continues to grow, and the spotlight is only getting brighter. As one passionate supporter put it, the focus right now isn't on anyone else. This is Alex Eala's moment. Fans are structuring their days around her matches, planning their mornings, afternoons, and evenings just to watch what she does next on the court.
We're not concerned about anyone else right now. It's Alex Eala time. This is Alex Eala's moment. Our days, our dinners, our evenings are fixated on when she's playing. That's real tennis fandom right there. Love it.
This is so great for tennis in general. Yeah. I think having players like Alex out there, and she's so gracious to all her fans. She spends time with her fans, signs the autographs, takes the photos, and really just shows the Filipino community that it is all about the Philippines. And I still carry that flag with me no matter where where I go across the world. And such a young woman at that has that wisdom of just what it means to play for her country.
Only 20 years old, such maturity, already a hero to her entire nation. I mean, it's basically Manny Pacquiao and Alex Eala, right? I mean,
That's it.
That's who they're looking up to right now.
To understand what is happening now in California, it helps to go back to Dubai, because that's where the blueprint for this phenomenon was first written. During the Dubai Tennis Championships, tournament director Sulla Talik gave an interview that quickly captured the attention of the tennis world. He confirmed that every single match involving Alex Eala was completely sold out. Not simply well attended or heavily ticketed, completely gone. His wording was very deliberate. According to him, people were desperately trying to buy tickets, but there were none left. Then he added the statement that made everyone stop and take notice. Since becoming tournament director in 2019, he had never seen anything like it. This was coming from someone who has organized a tournament that regularly hosts world number ones and defending Grand Slam champions. Yet he was saying that a player ranked outside the top 30 created something he had never witnessed before. He didn't describe it as just a big crowd or a great atmosphere. He called it unprecedented, which is a much stronger claim. Amid all that attention, Eala was also delivering impressive performances on the court. In the round of 32, she defeated world number 7 Jasmine Paolini, earning her first top 10 victory of 2026. She then advanced deep into the tournament before reaching the quarterfinals, where she faced world number 4 Coco Gauff. Gauff won the match in straight sets, 6-0, 6-2. While the scoreline looked one-sided on paper, the journey leading up to that match told a very different story about where Eala's game currently stands and how quickly she is developing. Alex Eala arrived in Dubai carrying strong momentum in the 2026 season. She entered the tournament with a 10-6 record, highlighted by a semi-final appearance in ASB Classic and several quarter-final runs in other events. Those consistent results pushed her ranking to a career-high number 31 in the world. That ranking milestone allowed her to break into the top 32 seeds at BNP Paribas Open, earning a first-round bye at a WTA 1000 event for the first time in her career. A first-round bye means she automatically advances to the round of 64 without playing an opening match, a privilege reserved for higher-ranked players and a clear sign of how quickly she has climbed the professional ladder. Now in California, the excitement that surrounded her in the United Arab Emirates has followed her with the same intensity. In fact, the atmosphere may be even bigger because of the local geography. California is home to the largest Filipino population in the United States, nearly 2 million people. Unlike international fans who need to travel across the world, many of Eala's supporters were already nearby. When she arrived at the Indian Wells Tennis Garden, thousands of fans showed up to watch her, creating a level of energy that tournament staff had not anticipated. The crowds gathering around practice court 6 weren't there because they couldn't get tickets to a match. They simply wanted to be as close as possible to Eala at any moment during the tournament, even during practice sessions. That level of dedication doesn't come from casual interest. It comes from a fan base that has followed her journey for years and feels personally invested in every point she plays. During live broadcasts, analysts began asking a question that quickly spread throughout the tennis world. Could Alex Eala already be the biggest draw in women's tennis right now? One commentator pointed to the standing room-only crowds in Australia and Dubai and described the atmosphere around her matches as insane and massive. He even compared her impact to the surge of attention surrounding Jannik Sinner on the men's tour, except some analysts argued that Eala's momentum might be even bigger. When someone asked whether she might currently attract more attention than stars like Aryna Sabalenka or Coco Gauff, the surprising answer from commentators was yes. Anyone who doubts that claim might first need to explain the sold-out practice courts. One of the most important voices to weigh in on Eala's rise is tennis legend Martina Navratilova. Navratilova has won 18 Grand Slam singles titles and even captured back-to-back titles at Indian Wells in her 30s. Over 5 decades she has watched the sport evolve through eras defined by champions such as Chris Evert, Steffi Graf, and Serena Williams. Because of that experience, her analysis carries rare authority in modern tennis commentary. During a preview interview for the tournament, Navratilova laughed when Eala's name came up, not dismissively, but in the way someone laughs when they recognize a unique and difficult-to-define phenomenon. She described Eala as a crafty player whose left-handed game creates real tactical problems for opponents. Navratilova also spoke about the cultural momentum building around her, even comparing the excitement in the Philippines to the national pride once sparked by boxing legend Manny Pacquiao. Remarkably, she suggested Eala's potential ceiling could be even higher. However, Navratilova also gave a clear and honest assessment of where Eala still needs improvement. The main area she highlighted was the serve. According to Navratilova, Eala needs a bigger serve with more kick. Because of her relatively slight build, generating the same power that many top 10 players use to control points from the first shot can be more difficult. Yet the significance of Navratilova's critique lies in what she didn't question. She didn't criticize Eala's shot selection, movement, tactical awareness, mental strength, or decision-making under pressure. Instead, she focused on a single technical area. In many ways, that type of precise feedback is actually a compliment. It suggests the rest of Eala's game is already functioning at a high level. Navratilova also placed Eala's rise within a larger shift happening in the sport. She warned established stars like Aryna Sabalenka, Iga Swiatek, and Coco Gauff that the next generation is arriving with tactical discipline and fearless attitudes. Players like Eala study opponents carefully and step onto the court without the intimidation that once affected younger competitors facing top names. Beyond the excitement and expectations, Eala also enters Indian Wells with real ranking pressure. Her breakthrough run to the semifinals at the Miami Open in 2025 included victories over major champions such as Madison Keys and Yelena Ostapenko. The ranking points from that run are now coming up for defense. If she doesn't perform well during this stretch of the season, those points could drop and affect her ranking just as she approaches the top 20. A deep run at Indian Wells, reaching the quarterfinals or beyond, could push her into that top 20 territory for the first time. That milestone would significantly change her career trajectory. It would improve her seedings at Grand Slams, influence tournament draws, and shift the narrative from a rising breakthrough story to a confirmed elite contender. Her draw in the tournament is challenging but manageable. A win over Diana Yastremska in the round of 64 could set up a third-round rematch with Coco Gauff, the same player who defeated her in Dubai. Further along, Jasmine Paolini could be a possible quarterfinal opponent, the same top 10 player Eala already defeated earlier this season. Eala is also competing in doubles alongside Eva Liss, the world number 18, continuing a partnership that previously reached the semifinals in Auckland. Balancing deep runs in both singles and doubles across 2 weeks in the California desert will test her physical endurance, but her 2026 results suggest she has invested heavily in conditioning. The moment that captures the scale of this phenomenon came when former ATP player Christopher Eubanks raised concerns about safety at the practice courts because of the massive crowds gathering to watch her. It's an unusual situation, a player who has not yet won a main tour title generating attention strong enough to create logistical challenges at one of the sport's most prestigious venues. Just last year, the Indian Wells Tennis Garden recorded an all-time attendance record of more than 54,000 fans across 15 days. At that time, Eala wasn't even part of the conversation. Now she has arrived as a seeded player at a WTA 1000 event for the first time, and fans are crowding practice courts before her first match even begins. Navratilova laughed when Eala's name came up. The Dubai tournament director ran out of tickets. Broadcast analysts are comparing her impact to the biggest crowd moments in recent tennis history. And a former ATP professional is calling for larger courts for her practice sessions due to safety concerns. The excitement is real, the demand is undeniable, and the level of tennis she is producing is strong enough to justify all of it. That is the full picture of what Alex Eala is bringing to Indian Wells 2026, and why the tennis world is paying such close attention. If this story excites you, share your prediction. How far do you think she will go? Quarterfinals, semifinals, or something even bigger?